Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know where I got the energy to do a double spin. Double twirls don't work so well.
I think you're hyped because we're live. It's a terrific Tuesday, and you're about to give us a double dose of funny, too.
I know. I get so excited. So I start twirling and jumping, and you know, I always hear this voice go, you ain't gonna learn till you... Oh my gosh, you know, it was so funny. I was scrolling on social media this morning and Instagram, and I found something that I love. Beyonce has given us a gift, and it was yesterday. But I saw it today. She launched a campaign with Levi Jeans, and she dropped a new ad. So here's one. She goes to the laundromat, all right? She's pouring diamonds in the washing machine. She slowly takes off her jeans, okay? She puts the jeans in the washing machine. Then she sits in the underwear while she waits for the jeans to wash. And I was like, okay, I wish Beyonce would start undressing at the laundrette in front of my 19-year-old son. I wish she would. I literally would have to take off my earrings and all my Ivy Park gear, and I'd have to step to Beyonce. That's all my 19-year-old would need to see. I'd have to call Auntie Tina Knowles about this. But aside from that, it is such a cool ad. I love it because Levi is not dumb. They must have spent their entire budget on Beyonce. Okay, because as soon as I saw the commercial, I went to the closet and I pulled out all my old Levi's right from the back. I couldn't even fit the Levi's, but Beyonce did it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm telling you, Beyonce will get you every time. This is the only one. Beyonce is the only person who looks good in granny draws, okay? Look at that wearing them that's my son right there looking at her. But look at wearing granny jaws. And I got a pair looking like that. I got a black pair like that. And when I put them on, I look like a man in granny draws. Or I look like I'm wearing an adult diaper in those things. Beyonce looks amazing. And Beyonce looks so good, I want to do this at my local laundromat. I want to go in there. I'm not playing around. I got fantasies of going in there with my Levi's that I done had the alteration lady at the laundromat put elastic in there so they can stretch. Depending on what weight I gain or lose, pull them off slowly, walk in my granny. But they call the police if they saw me doing all of that. And I'm looking at Beyonce going, Beyonce don't even know how to wash clothes. She done threw diamonds in the washing machine, which is gonna tear up your doggone drum in the washing machine. So she using diamonds instead of detergent. But I love the way it looks. I think that they should have shown her putting her jeans back on, because that would have been great too. But as Beyonce would say, if you don't jump to put jeans on, you don't feel my pain. So you better go ahead. We love the ad, Beyonce. That is a winner. And then Taylor Swift. She has skipped Travis Kelce's game for the second week in a row. Yes, she has. And fans are wondering if her absence is affecting his performance. Now, here's the thing. Travis got criticized for his performance on the field this season because now people are speculating that Taylor must be his good luck charm. Now, I don't know what it is. Taylor Swift, she damned if she does, she damned if she doesn't, okay? Because first, everybody said that Taylor Swift was coming to the games too much. Now she's not coming enough. Okay, what do you want Taylor to do? But I don't know. I'm thinking, John, that maybe the thrills are gone for Taylor. I mean, look, because she's seen one game. She's seen them all. It really is truly kind of hard to top going to the Super Bowl. Like, you go to the Super Bowl, you don't want to go to the regular games no more. Taylor probably is like, babe, I have to perform for 300,000 people. I am ready to shake it off, okay? Shake it off. Shake it off. Is she really into the football games? It's like, Super Bowl is it. Gone are the days when, you remember when Taylor had to make it all the way from Japan to get to the Super Bowl? Okay, Travis, those days are over, when she would take a private plane from another country to get to your game. you got to be glad for the times that Taylor came. But here's the thing. Men are different than women. Men want their women to come to their events because they like to show off. I'm not like that. I don't want any man I'm dating to come to any of my shows because then I got to censor myself because I can't talk about them, which I like to do. And it's just hard. And then if I'm talking about another man, it's gonna make them upset. And then, you know, but I think that men are very different because they like to show off for the women. So Travis wants Taylor in the stands with the red lipstick on because it makes him play better. He's probably looking at her going, oh, watch this, you know, running and whatever. I don't even know what position. Does he run or does he catch? I don't know what he does. He does something, but I know he does that though. But you remember, y'all ladies, you remember when you were little and little girls and the boys would show off and we would be in the stands pretending like we didn't even see them, we weren't paying attention to them, and we'd be like, oh, I didn't know you. Oh, you play football? I didn't know. Oh, okay. I didn't see what you did. Yeah, because that was the way they wanted to show off. But so I think that Travis is nothing but a grown 8-year-old boy trying to impress Taylor. I do. And now Taylor's not there. And I don't even know if his mom, Donna Kelsey, is there because she's got a job acting in Christmas movies for the Hallmark Channel, so she may not be at the game either. So you got Travis miss his mommy, he miss his mommy, and he miss his Tay-Tay. Where's my Tay-Tay at? Tay-Tay not up there. Now they throwing balls at Travis's head. He not catching them. But I think that Taylor and Donna are Travis's security blankets, and he doesn't have that. But I just say, you know what, Travis Kelce, it is okay because I have a security blanket for you. Where's my security blanket? There we go. All right, babe. There you go. There you go. You can snuggle up with me anytime. You can wrap yourself up in Auntie Sherri. Travis. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your mama, Travis. She'll tell you. Oh my God.
Sherri.
What?
I love the snuggle blanket, but you got to do the voice one more time. What is Travis saying to Taylor and his mama?
He gonna wear my Tay-Tay. I miss my Tay-Tay.
You got that grown-ass man talking like that.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm so mad today. I'm like, today is just off for me. I was supposed to have done 6 loads of laundry, y'all, over the weekend. And I had everything. You know when you pile up your stuff, I had my dark clothes, my white clothes, my towels, lingerie. And then I got distracted. I got adult ADD. I got distracted, and I started scrolling on the internet. And I got caught up in Cardi B and Offset's breakup drama. When I tell you, Cardi B and Offset have told us more about their lives than we need to know. You know, so these two, they're going through a divorce. Sadly, they're going through a divorce. Well, I saw a bunch of texts and tweets of them going back and forth, and she was saying he cheated, then he said she cheated on him. And I'm like, look, I don't need to know everything about Cardi B's marriage, but I can't look away. Cardi B and Offset have made me accidentally nosy. They share so much.
Accidentally
Nosy. That's the phrase I'm using. Now, I mean, it's because they're sharing so much. Now I want to know. You've opened the door. I want to know it all. Every time I got ready to put the clothes in the washing machine, I would read it and I go, wait a minute, what? You was pregnant and you did what? You want to come over Offset and what time and what? Oh my gosh, and Cardi B didn't admit it that she, what? So literally 2 days later, I know all of their business, and I got 6 loads of unwashed laundry still sitting there on the floor. I'm so caught up in Cardi B and Offset. Now, Jeffrey's got no clean drawers to put on. we sharing too much. We gotta stop sharing so much. Remember when arguments used to be between couples and the only person that knew was your sister, because you would call your sister and be like, you know what, sis, come get the kids, because we about to have it out. Come get the kids. We don't need to know what y'all are going through, because at some point, here's the thing, the information that you put out is gonna come back to haunt you. I want you to clap if you think Cardi B and Offset are gonna get back together. That's a lot. Because they've broken up before, they've gotten back together, they've broken up. And it's okay if you get back together. Y'all, you married, you guys have kids, you work it out. There's things that we don't even know. But here's the thing, Cardi. We're still gonna be mad at Offset. This is why I always tell the young ones, don't tell your family about all of the arguments you're having with your man or all of the arguments that you're having with your girl, because family will always remember. You only tell your family when it's time for them to pull up because something done went left, okay? It's that one call, that break glass in case of emergency, where you gotta call them and go, y'all better come over here because this one he done lost his mind. And then all your cousins roll up. All your uncles roll up. All your cousins that done been in jail and don't mind going back. Everybody. Your husband is 15 years younger than you. 16 years younger.
16 years.
How is that working out for you?
Oh, girl, it works out. Look at this. That's how it works.
Oh.
Because I can cook and split.
Oh, my God.
Everybody can't cook and split. The young girls can't cook or split. And all my girlfriends that's my age, they can cook, but they can't split. And they always be talking about, girl, don't you be worried about him leaving you for a young girl? No, because it's going to take him a long time to catch up to me and what I did. So by the time he catch up to me, I'll be the person living in the living room. Okay. Now, you can have a girlfriend, I don't care. I'll be like, your girlfriend can live in the basement, as long as she come check on me. When she leave the house. I'm the baby, Y'all not having no baby. Come change my diaper, then. Before you leave this house. And get me on my good side. You know how you gotta put your leg up and be like, get me right there. Girl, I will be looking dead at her like this. And let me see your check before you leave out there.
You think the dads are too soft, Michael?
Oh, yeah. Look. My dad never cried once. Okay. I have my daughter, Elise. She's 5. I cry all the time. Yeah. I do. And I asked myself, why do I cry so much? And then it hit me. Every generation, a father gets softer and softer and softer.
Right.
But it's not a bad thing. We're evolving. We're getting better. Like, my black grandfather was born in 1902 in America.
Okay.
Went through injustices a lot of people can't imagine. My dad went through segregation, still got a PhD in nuclear physics. That's right.
Ooh.
But the sad thing is, my dad had to march just to drink out of the same water fountains as everybody else.
Wow.
Me? I would never drink out of a fountain. That's disgusting. Ugh. I can't take my dad to the park because he has to drink out of every fountain. He's like, I fought for this.
I'm trying to date more my age. I keep it 100. I'll be 50 in October, baby.
Look!
But it's funny, they keep trying to make me a cougar, but I like the term panther better. But I recently went out with an older gentleman. I met him at a car wash. Yeah. That's the one thing about it. If you ever get your car washed, it's always that old dude that's like, what you over here doing it by yourself for? And so he came over to help me clean my car, and he asked me out. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go out with somebody my own age. And, he's very old school. Old school believes in we pick you up for a date.
Right.
In this day and age, you can't know where I live, honey. I don't know you like that. So I had him pick me up from a girlfriend's house, and old men come suited and booted, honey. You hear me?
Yes.
He had the full suit on, the fedora. I mean, them Stacey Adams, I could see my whole reflection. That's how much he had shined them, honey. We go out, and it was going great, but I'm used to the first date being very, the same, what you like, what's your favorite color, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, honey, he was asking me medical questions. Like, he was like, do you know what a stroke looked like? said, maybe, you know, and he was like, do you know how to use a defibrillator? And I'm like, maybe? He's like, yeah, you know, because you know, I got a few things. What about gout? Do you know about gout? And I'm like, and I'm sitting, and I'm literally sitting here going, brother, you don't need a girlfriend, you need a nurse.
Okay. Was the runner-up on NBC's Bring the Funny. And you may have seen her on tour with comedians like Cat Williams, Tony Rock, and Bill Bellamy. She is a force. Please welcome to my Laugh Lounge, Tacarra Williams. Okay, Sherri. First of all, Diva, you look good. I hear, look. Okay, you look good. Are you
in my 40s now?
In your 40s and looking amazing. Are you like on a health kick?
I'm trying to be.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be on a health kick. But you know what? I love my size. I want to make sure that we're clear. I love my size. But I want to be healthy.
You want to be healthy?
You know, I want to go through a plane and I want to walk straight through the plane. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of turning sideways and squishing through. I got people's drinks all over the place, pretzels. It's just wild. So I just want to walk straight through stuff. I love the plus size world. I appreciate everybody, but I just want to be healthy.
Yes, I got it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's so, because you're in your 40s, but you are raising a 19-year-old. You look so good.
You know.
Okay, I got a 19-year-old too. Is it hard living with these Gen Zers?
You know, I want to punch her in the face.
Yeah,
I do. So I have three. My oldest, my son is 23. He's smooth.
Okay.
My daughter, she's that 19-year-old, and then my baby, she's 10, she's also smooth.
Okay.
And I realized it's just a language barrier between the two of us, because she talk just, you know, like, period, like, you know. And it's crazy because I did a show overseas in the Middle East, and I did a joke about my daughter, and it's nothing wrong with her. She just talks, she just do the most.
Yes.
Like I told her I was coming on your show. She said, you going where? I said, I'm doing Sherri's show. Not the shepherd. Not the Sherri Shepherd. I said, yeah, that's what I'm doing. She goes, ew, okay, period, mommy, period. And I did a joke very similar to that overseas. And you know, it's a huge Muslim community. And the mom comes up to me after the show and she goes, oh my God, my daughter does the same thing. I said, does she? She said, yeah, sometimes I want to pull her hijab off and punch her. And so it's a universal.
Yes, it is.
Gen Z.
Yes.
It's giving language.
It sure is. And I love this because I know your daughter is in Germany, but she wanted to party in Europe.
So she's in college in New York,
Okay.
and some of her friends live in Germany.
Yes.
So she calls me, she says, Mom, can I go to Germany? I was like, I don't really know.
Okay.
So we decided to let her go, and maybe like 2 days in, she calls me, and she goes, Mom, I gotta tell you something, because now she's my best friend.
All right.
Back then, I'm not your little friend, but now she my, you know, she broke, but she my little friend.
Okay.
And she calls me and she said, Ma, and I said, what? And she said, girl, and I said, girl. And she said, do you know that the legal drinking age in Germany is 15?
15?
I said, what? She said, yes. I said, no. Absolutely not. And she said, Ma, I can't have a drink when I'm here. I said, no. She said, why not? I said, Casey, you are too young. She said, but it's 15 here. I'm like 30 here. And I said, absolutely not. And she said, you know what? She pulled the card, Sherri.
Yeah.
She said, you know what? Technically, I'm an adult. And I said, okay. She said, so technically I'm asking, but like, I don't really like have to ask, but I'm asking. And I said, and it's no. And she said, but I might have a little sippy sip. And then she said, you know what, Ma, I don't even have to ask you. And I said, you know what, I'm be honest with you, you don't. If you want to drink over there, you can drink and do what you want to do. Have you ever had liquor before? She said, no. I said, so let me get this straight. You want to go to another country, have liquor for the first time. You don't know your limit. You don't know how these girls party. You can do what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not that father from that movie Taken, okay? I don't have no special set of skills. If you get taken over there, baby, you just going to be took. Because I can't help you. My phone on Do Not Disturb right now, okay? Like, can I help you?
Oh gosh, it's a girl. I love listening to you because we're both single with our kids, and I know that relationships can be tough. Like, do you practice your arguments before you have to even argue with your man?
Let me tell you something, Sherri. All the women, we all practice argue. We got to get it right.
Yes.
That's why men lose the argument. Sometimes you're not even wrong. It's just you didn't practice.
Okay.
And every woman in here has got a group of friends that we text and talk, and we tell them what's wrong, and then they tell us, well, you should say this, and you should say that, and maybe you gotta hit him with this. But I'm different. I'm that friend that say, but girl, what if he say this?
Oh, okay.
And then she'll be like, oh, girl, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, and don't forget to tell him that he forgot Valentine's Day 2 years ago. And you don't like his mama. Okay. And the baby bald-headed. Make sure you add it all in there.
I just love this. And then when you're dating, like, you date older men. You like older men.
I do like a little seasoned. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like a little seasoned. But you know what it is? Older gentlemen, they just know what to do. I don't have to have the conversation. There are some discrepancies.
All right.
Like, you know, why y'all go to bed at 7?
Well.
When I'm over 8 o'clock. Like, I need... And the crazy thing is that they go to bed early, but... I didn't know I'd be sleepy too. I didn't know I could go to bed at 7 too. I wake up, I'm like, I could go to the gym today. Let me thaw this meat out. Like, I wake up ready to, you know, and I'm sitting with my older friend. We sitting together, and he's sitting across from me, and he's got, you know, the font's so big on the phone, Sherri.
Yes.
The font, it's one word per page. It says, the, scroll, time we had, scroll. The font's so big, and I'm sitting across from him, and he can put his phone. He said, you trying to read my messages? I said, that font's so big, that message is reading me.
Tacarra, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Yo, you can catch Tacarra. Don't walk, you better run in New York City, right here at City Winery on November 17th. And for more info on Tacarra's Over 40 tour, I'm laughing so hard, go to SherriShowTV.com. We'll be right back. Tacarra Williams.
I've done Weight Watchers. I praise God they don't have a limit on how many times you can join because I've done Weight Watchers 9 times and lost 7 pounds. But look at me, I'm sitting up here. Look at little Sherri and her waist.
You said you are happily married, but you said that now you couldn't date if you even had to.
Oh, my Lord. All right. One of my good friends went through a divorce, and I watched her go through it, and I thought, oh, my gosh, if I had to get a man after the COVID, after I have eaten all that food, and during the COVID, I gained weight during that, and I got on this Jell-O salad kick. I'm from the South in the country, and we make Jell-O salad, and I didn't realize how much sugar was in it. But anyway, if I had to go to a club right now and dance, because let me tell you, I could bust a move.
Okay.
But right now, I would have to do this.
Right.
Because I don't want to jiggle.
If you're losing your hair, cut your hair off. That's number one. I'm saying right now.
Cut your hair off?
If you walk around a horseshoe, that gives it away right there. You understand? I'm saying right now. I'm serious.
A horseshoe?
Yeah.
But what is a horseshoe?
A horseshoe is just that little ring around, you know. Don't be walking around with the bird nest. Bird nest is when you have nothing at the top. But it's still pretty around the front, sides, and back, you know. And you can't tell they don't have no hand on top of their head until they drop their keys. They're gonna take the keys. Like, did you know he ain't had no hand on top of his head?
I never lived with a man before. This is new. And men, they don't seem to have ice trays. You gotta have ice. You can't just freeze a bowl of water.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for a cocktail, go get an ice pick and a hammer. And why you have an ice pick? Also, the amount of water that men leave on the bathroom counter, what the hell is happening in the bathroom? Are you raising koi fish? What's happening in the bathroom? And then you have that hair in the sink, the guessing game. Is that top or bottom hair? Which hair is that? I don't know what that is.
All the years we've known each other, you've never dated a white guy.
You know what? There's no reason. I'm very white friendly, right? There's no reason. I found met one black guy in LA, but he wasn't you. He had been out our community for a while. Okay. And he forgot what it was like to date a black girl. We got together, and he was like, let's get up at 5 a.m. and go for a run on the beach. I'm like, who's chasing us? The police? Why are we doing that? Then he's like, Jackie, let's make love in the shower. I want to make love to you in the shower. I'm like, kid, you see me? I don't do water activities. Okay, a black girl, I gotta put on my big pink plastic floral shower cap. All right? If I put that hat on and you're still turned on, you deserve it. All right, that is not. We all have one.
When you watch it on TV at home, it looks like we have all the time in the world. But when we start getting close, they will cut me in the middle of talking and go to a commercial. So I'm trying to rush people because we got to get to the end and we got to get to why they came. We want to set it up so you get to see a fun side of them, but we got to get to why they came. And sometimes they'll be talking, and I run out of time. And so Bob the drag queen, I really wanted to know about them daggone wigs because I tried on the wigs and they were heavy as heck. So I figured I asked Bob if he could stay and come on out. So would y'all like to see? Yeah. So I just get to ask you a few more questions. You look fabulously amazing.
Thank you.
Now, how long have you been in the business?
Well, I've been doing drag for like maybe 16 years now.
16 years.
Yeah, and I started performing professionally when I was 18 years old.
Really?
And I'm 30. I'll be 39. So 21 years I've been a professional
21 years.
performer.
So was there ever did you ever want to be an engineer or I just want to be I know, and it's very boring. An engineer, really?
Imagine me dressed like this in the office. Like I'm engineering a bridge today. It'll be pretty. It won't stand up for very long. But that mug gonna be pretty.
Oh gosh. Because I used to want to be a veterinarian. So I thought, well, being a drag queen, is that something you wake up one day and go, I want to be a drag queen?
Well, actually, the truth is I actually was watching season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. And I saw this queen named Bibi Zahara Benet win season 1. And this is so odd that this is my mentality, but this is how I do a lot of stuff. I looked at her and I thought she was so sickening and so amazing. And I thought to myself, I could do that.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I could win Drag Race. And you know, I was right. Plot twist, I was right. That's how I did with the writing of the book. I read a book called The Good Lord Bird by James McBride. It's a great book about John Brown, the abolitionist. Really, really great book. Have any of y'all read it here? If you haven't, check it out. It's a really good book. And I thought to myself, I love this book so much. I was like, I could write something like that. I really could. So that's why I wrote the book. Yeah.
And you did it. And you wrote the book. I love it. You just go, and I'll do it.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes some stuff I flop. Yeah. Rarely.
I like this. Rarely.
Rarely.
Where's all that self-confidence come from?
The truth is, I grew up with a mom who believed that the world revolved around me. My mother thought the sun rose when I woke up, the sun set when I fell asleep. Yeah. So she told me I was the most handsome, the funniest, the most talented, the best everything, and I believed her. I was like, she gotta be right about something.
You know, but I'm glad that she actually saw the talent, because I watch American Idol, and their mothers tell them the same thing, and they're like, I'm just gonna let God show me what I can sing, because their mama didn't tell them that, and then they can't sing.
They be like, let go. They be like, let go and let God. I'm like, you could have just let go.
Okay.
But Sherri, we can't have Bob here and not ask about the Traitors. Yeah. Because Bob had one of the most notorious, infamous exits from the Traitors. So I want to hear about that. And you got to tell us, is Carolyn as crazy as she comes across on TV? I got to know.
Okay, so now you have to tell us. I didn't get to see it. What was your exit? Okay. Tell us what the thinking was.
It was a little controversial. So look at this queen over here. Be like, yeah, girls, it was controversial. So I told them, I said, I swear. I'm gonna lose half the room on this one. I told them, I said, guys, I swear, I was a traitor on the show, spoiler alert. And I said, guys, I swear to God that I am not a traitor. Right. And then I got up there and I was like, and that wasn't a lie, because I don't believe in God. I'm a traitor. And then
you over there trying to joke.
I know.
You over there trying to joke.
I know. Yeah. I'll be fine, or I won't. One of the two.
But I just want to say, did you want to say anything else about your book?
Yeah, okay,
that I didn't get to ask
This is a dream of mine. I'm a big fan of television and viral moments. Okay. And right here in this studio, years ago, Wendy Williams and Omarosa were promoting a book together. No, I was not here. I was watching it from home. And they got in this big fight, and then they got in this big argument, and then Wendy Williams snatched the book, and she said, and with that, thank you for coming on. Yes. So I want you to snatch it. Put it together for me again. I want you to snatch it, and I want you to say, and so here's the line. And with that, thank you for coming on my show, and then I'll walk away. This will make my life. So again, it's with that, thank you for coming on my show, then snatch the book for me. You ready? Here we go.
I just have all joy, so I can't do that. I gotta do it when I'm gonna be smiling.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, so this is your book. Thank you, and thank you for coming on my show. But then Sherri Shepherd went in with, and God bless you so much. I'm praying for you. You gonna be good.
Get home safe, please. Tell your mama them I said hey.
Tell your mama say hi.
We fixed you a plate.
Mom, I love you so much. That's how I am myself. You know what? Thank you for coming
My
on.
pleasure. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Y'all give it up for Bob the drag queen.
Thank you for having me on your show.
On my show.
Bob the drag queen, everybody. Let's hear it.
You grew up as a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
And you say that not everybody prays the right way.
Nah, see, well, with social media now,
Yeah.
it used to be back in the day. God said pray without ceasing.
That's right.
He meant back in the day before social media. Now, the pipes are getting clogged up with too many people on social media. Pray for me, and it's like, it's funneling up.
Yeah.
God's got too many to get to. It used to be like widows, orphans, missionaries, like, we need sun for pickleball. I'm like, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody said, I'm having surgery, real
Okay.
question for you, Sherri.
Okay.
Would you pray for that, yes or no?
Yes, if they're having surgery.
Listen, you gotta ask, what kind of surgery?
Okay.
If you're getting a tumor removed, I'll pray for that. If you're getting a boob job, I'm not sending that up. This is the God of the universe.
Yes.
I'm not, Sherri wants to look good on spring break. I'm not sending that.
You got 2 grandsons.
I have twin grandsons.
Twin grandsons, how are they?
One cute, one ugly.
Okay, one is cute, one is ugly.
Yes. And I'm an honest grandmama, so when they was born, she brought the baby picture over, and I was like, don't give me this picture, these 2 shades, chihuahuas. So I never put the picture on the wall, but they're wonderful. One just ugly, and the other one is cute. What is wrong with saying babies are ugly? My grandson look like he smoked weed.
Okay. They gonna be cute when they get up. The babies that are ugly, when they ugly, they get, no.
He 5, he's still working on it.
You could find a nice church girl, but you don't go to church anymore.
No, I don't go to church. No, well, I do go to church, but I don't go like the black church I came up in because like we be going at like 10 a.m. and we get out Tuesday, and I got stuff to do. I can't still be sitting in church all day. I got clothes to watch, the game be on. I can't see nothing. I had a lady at my church growing up, and she used to hold everybody hostage.
Oh, really?
She would stand in the doorway at the end of church, and that's when she would have her testimonies. And she was older, so you couldn't tell her, like, get your ass out the way. You know, with Sister Sarah, she used to wait till the end of church. The pastor got his jacket on. The Bible closed. We don't auto-started our trucks in the parking lot. I'm on the IHOP menu, like, okay, I want a chicken fajita omelet. We about to get out. She's singing so hard, she's not even finishing words. One time she sang Jesus and didn't even get to the zus. I couldn't take it. I'm like, move out the way, Sarah. She said,
You won 6 Emmys for Cash Cab.
Yeah.
Would you ever do it again?
I think it's maybe better that it's over. Because I was gonna snap.
Oh, really?
You can only navigate New York City traffic and exude game show level enthusiasm at the same time for so long before your wires get crossed and you become a danger to yourself and those around you. I had it all planned out.
Yeah.
I was going to drive the cash cab right into the Hudson River. And I wasn't going alone. I was going to wait till I had some really annoying contestants in the back. It seemed like they were probably going to win. You know, be like, you guys have $3,800, you have no strikes, you still have both your shout-outs. Things are looking pretty good, and you've been annoying me since you got in this minivan. And that triggers a Hudson River Challenge!
It's time for Just Sharing, where I share something that I am loving. Now, Breast Cancer Awareness Month starts today, so I invited 40 breast cancer survivors from the national organization, the Breasties. They are here today. And I am here with cancer survivor and one of their directors, Trish Michelle. Trish. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I just want to know, how do the Breasties help people dealing with breast cancer?
We pick up where your doctors and your family and friends leave you off, right?
Yes.
Whether you're a pre-fiver, a survivor, a thriver, a caregiver, we're here to just support you, give you advocacy, resources, and everything so you could be your best self, your breast self.
Your breast self. You know, we keep hearing this self-exam, but how important are self-exams?
You gotta know you're normal, and you gotta know your history.
Okay.
That's how you're gonna really fight any kind of cancer, any kind of genetic predisposition. You have to be able to go to your doctor's office and say, I know myself, something is wrong, let's investigate.
Okay, I love it. I'm so thankful that you came to show us what victory looks like. And I want to thank the Breasties in the audience today. So I am sending you all to lunch at Slate, New York City's iconic bar and lounge, with live events and an entire floor dedicated to games. Have fun. Yes! Trish, thank you, and we'll be right
back. One thing, you cannot lie to a woman, am I right? See, women listen to the background noise. They don't care what's going on. The background better coincide to what you're saying, see? So where are you at now? You at McDonald's? But I heard a fork drop. They got forks at McDonald's? Okay, yeah. Have fun at your little friend's house. All right, click. We'll play that. And I like my seasoned women. My seasoned women. There you go. Where you at? Top that. You go over a seasoned woman's house, they got food out. You like a little kid in there eating. Seasoned women, I'm hungry too. I was just thinking that. Hold on, let me do some TikTok. I gotta do TikTok.
Now, Mark.
They be thinking they doing something. Okay.
You want to see more black women in movies?
Yes, why not? Yes. I want to see more black women in horror movies.
In a horror movie?
Imagine that. Get out. No, you get out. Let me call you right back. He tripping. No, I can all. You can't tell no black woman. I see dead people. Don't be telling people you see no damn dead people. You're going to have the school board up here. Go ask them where they put their money.
I love grown women. I'm talking about, I love grown women because this is the group of people that their names have caught up to their age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Roberta, Maxine, Caroline, Diane, Phyllis.
Yes.
You know, now their names match their age.
Yes.
Because there ain't been a Phyllis made since 1972. You show me a Phyllis that's 10 years old, I give you $500. Ain't no 10-year-old Phyllis out there. The last Phyllis is 51. And she live in Maryland and she work at a bakery. I love grown people, period. 45 to 65. You're a junior senior citizen.
That's it.
I'm saying you ain't old enough for Social Security, but you're too old for club fights. That's where we are. That's where we are. You know. We do grown people things. You know, grown people in that age, you know, you buying appliances and you buy 4 tires all at one time. That's grown people stuff.
That's grown people stuff. You're doing your stand-up tour in Canada.
Yes.
Being away from your family, was that hard, Ophira?
So hard. It really is hard, you know? And I thought about it. I felt guilt. I felt a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
You know, as moms, we feel guilt. And I thought, I'm leaving my family behind. I'm going out on the road. I'm working. I feel, am I a bad mom? I actually thought, am I a bad mom? And then I thought, no. I am a professional. I am out on the road. Yes, alone, but I'm working and making money for my family.
That's right.
Yes, thank you.
That's right.
Does not make me a bad mom. It makes me an average dad. And you know what? I bought him a little trinket at the airport. So #1 dad, right here, #1 dad.
So you got a PSA for men everywhere. You say women are tricking men.
Yes.
Okay.
Me and these women are tricking us.
Okay, really?
With these girdles.
Oh.
If you see them at church, she's a size 6.
Yeah.
But if you catch her at home and she ain't got that girdle on, she every bit of a 16. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm sick of. Okay, excuse my frustration, but I'm sick of it. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of this baby hair.
Oh, really?
Y'all slick this stuff down and glue it to your eyes like this. And them girdles, they get home and they take them girdles loose and bust out of it like a can of biscuits.
We do.
I'm just sorry, I'm just frustrated about that. Now you see them, this stuff, it brings that booty up like this. When they have it, they take that thing off, everything just.
And I could not be happier for her success on the hit show, The Masked Singer. Give it up. Give it up for my sister from another mister, Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg.
Yesterday on the show, so I was like, oh no, thank God we didn't wear the same color.
On the same
Although
day.
That would have been fitting.
I want this in a size 14.
Please, you look fantastic.
Girl, you look, why am I sitting so far away from you? I hate that.
I don't know. Can I just say how much we love Sherri? She is the best daytime talk show host ever. I love you. It's true. You're killing it, Sherri.
Thank you. Now, I just have to say to you, one of the reasons I love you so much, Jenny, is like you always go the extra mile. Because I called you and I was a little down about schools for Jeffrey. And before I even know it, Jenny is so busy. She had compiled like a complete list of schools that Jeffrey could go to. And what about this? And what about that? That's so.
You know why? Us moms got to stick together.
Yes, absolutely.
We need each other.
We so need each other.
It takes a village.
It does. And I'm so glad you're a part of my village.
Thank you. Me too.
I am, and I love it because I don't know how you got this done. You have to tell me because your son Evan, and I love Evan. Evan is working with you on The Masked Singer.
He is.
Okay, wait, y'all, look at how much the audience loves Evan. Do we have something?
I hope you do.
Look at this.
You guys,
yeah. How did you make that happen, girl?
Well, I was like, you know what? It's time to get a job.
Yes.
Let me see if you can apply at The Masked Singer. And you guys, it has done so much for his self-esteem.
Yeah.
He loves to go to work. They love him at work. They literally like chant his name. They're chanting his name. Like he. So if you guys go to The Masked Singer, because we love people in the audience, Evan checks you in.
Yeah.
And then he pumps up the audience, and it has done so. He's the happiest kid ever. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Okay, I gotta show this clip to Jeffrey because he's like gets so embarrassed when he comes here when I try to get him to work on the show. He gets embarrassed.
Well, you gotta bribe him.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know what? You gotta bribe him because you know what? It's like he has to do 1 week to see that he's empowered doing his job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And then it kind of separates from being the shadow of Sherri's my mom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. So when Jeffrey's here, you know I done gave him some money to something he wants. Now, I love it because we all love Evan. Ken Jeong even helped Evan out with, like, he did a short film.
Yeah, well, Evan has his own YouTube channel called Gaming_USA. So you have to check it out because he works really hard. He does little films and a bunch of gaming stuff. And he said while working, do you think I can ask Ken to join me on one of these scripts that I wrote? Because Evan writes scripts of movies. And I'm like, oh my God, Ken Jeong is very expensive, Evan. I don't know if you can afford him. So he went to him and said, can you please star in like a little scene? And Ken said, of course. Now, Ken, they're shooting in my dressing room, but I wasn't allowed in.
Right.
And I literally am like this, a mom listening. And he's giving Ken notes, like, Ken, let's try it again. But and I'm like, oh my God. But Ken was such a good sport, and I'm so grateful. They fell in love with Evan. Remember the Sound of Music when everyone goes, good night, the crowd?
Yeah.
That is what everyone does at the end of the workday. The whole crew and
they do it to Evan.
They do it to Evan because they love him so much. That's why, Jeffrey, you need to be here.
Yeah, Jeffrey needs to get a job over here. Girl, thank you. I love how you are. I love you as a mother. I love you as a wife. And speaking of me loving you as a wife, your husband, Donnie Wahlberg.
Right, Donnie Wahlberg.
Now, Donnie was here. Look how cute y'all are. Donnie was here. When he was here last time, he said that you think that y'all's house is haunted. Really?
Well, the internet proved us wrong, but we thought it was haunted for a while. I was going into my office, but I passed my living room when we have Nest cameras and the piano started playing by itself.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. So I started yelling, Donnie, Donnie, and he wasn't coming. Now, I have a magic word, which is Donald. If I yell Donald, he knows he's in trouble or I need help. So I just would yell, Donald.
So he's like, it's like the Candyman, if you say Candyman 3 times.
But it's also...
But he's a good.
It's exactly.
It's good with Donald.
It's good.
So you said if we say Donald 3 times.
You gotta
see, anytime you say Donald.
It's a certain way you say it. You gotta go like, if there's Donnie, and then there's Donald. Donald. Donald.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Donald.
Donnie! The last time he surprised me. The last time he surprised me was on The View when I announced my engagement, and you were there.
Came out.
And now here he is again.
That is so freaking. Oh my God. Okay, Donnie. You can't be surprising 2 women. Like, I almost beat
She
on
said
myself.
Donald.
Like, you said Donald.
She said Donald.
Like,
that means it's serious.
Oh, my gosh. That would startle me.
You know everyone at home is going, Donald, waiting for him to show up now.
You're going to hear voices in your head. Like, so, it's so funny because I'm so glad you are here. Thank you for coming, Donnie.
Me too.
Oh, man. When I follow you guys on Instagram, I saw, because you have your makeup line, Formless Beauty.
Yes.
And I saw a picture where you had lashes on Donnie's eyes.
How good is
You put your Formless Beauty lashes on his eyes. How did you get your man to do that?
You know what? He is such a good sport, you guys. I'm working so hard on this beauty company, and I want to make it like an all-natural company. I'm online twice a week selling on TikTok and everything like that because I'm so proud. But go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt. No, she really cares about this. She wants it to be all natural, and I'm like, hey, you got to get some concealer going. She said, you know how hard it is to get every single ingredient to be all natural. Like, she really cares about it. So I support it.
He's
and
my
if it means I
cover
have to
girl.
put on the eyelashes, I'm good.
But I love that you support it, but you look amazing
I
with
think
lashes.
so.
Doesn't
I think
he?
so. I
Like,
like
you
it.
still look manly, but you look so sexy with these lashes.
He does. And I said, Donnie, you've proven that our lashes look great on hooded eyes. Okay.
I got Jenny drew my eyebrows on this morning. I got no brows, no lashes. So I'm happy to put it on. I'm like, yeah, fill in the blanks.
And Donnie, I don't know if you're gonna continue wearing the lashes because I know, and you know, I'm a blockhead. New Kids on the Block just announced your first Vegas residency.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
incredible.
How excited are you and the guys?
Very excited. First of all, it's Vegas. It
Yeah.
used to be where you go to retire as an old act, but now it's where you go when you're hot and you're doing it. And for us to be able to say that now, after all these years, it's incredible. But our fans, they just are buying all the tickets. It's like we already added more dates because our fans are just, blockheads are the greatest. They're the greatest. And we can't wait to get started. We start next June. It's going to be incredible, and we're so, so excited.
I love it so much. And let me tell you how much I love Donnie and Jenny. Every time when I go to the concert and I'll sit up in front, Jenny gets me up front seats. Donnie will come over, he'll be dancing, and so all of the blockheads, they're screaming, "Ah, Sherri, you're so lucky!" And Donnie will lean down and whisper in my ear, and they always go, "What did he say?" And he always goes, "I love Jenny so much, Sherri. I love Jenny." Shirt open, I just love my wife. That's what he says. Oh. But I am
because you helped a lot in this relationship.
Yeah, well,
you did.
You really did. Your support.
Yes, I love both of y'all.
Meant everything to us.
I do love y'all. I love y'all. And I'm looking at the Blue and how I segue. Speaking of Blue Bloods, I binge watch on Blue Bloods. Oh my gosh. And now I want to get this right. Your final season premieres October 14th.
The final season.
After 14 seasons.
14 years.
Donnie.
I know.
I binge on Blue Bloods all the time at home. It's such a family when y'all sit around the table and you're going over cases and you're running and your sister's a lawyer, Bridget Moynihan, she's coming, I think, next week. But how emotional was it to do your final season?
We play a family on screen, but we are a family off screen.
Yeah.
And it's not just the cast, it's the entire crew. I mean, when you work with a crew for 14 years, I'm watching their children grow up. It's just, I don't want to get emotional because I always do when I think about it, but the final day of filming was probably one of the most emotional days I've ever had.
He would call me literally crying.
Really?
Yeah, he was crying.
And sad, yes, but more so grateful because you know how it is in this industry.
I mean, to be on TV,
really
14 seasons.
14 years.
Yeah.
It's a blessing I could have only dreamed of as a little boy. I'm gonna get emotional now. And I did a TV show with Magnum PI for 14 years. I grew up watching him, and now he came to work the final day to be there for me on my final day and watch. He wasn't filming, he just stood there and watched. And I looked over at him when I made my final speech to the crew, and I looked over and I'm gonna cry again. I looked over across the room and saw Tom, this man, this mythical figure, just crying. And we have a special bond. Bridget and I have a special bond. We all do. And what a blessing. What a blessing.
When you bond with people, it's for life.
It is for life.
It is for life with Donnie. And when you get emotional, it just touches my heart because the last time you got so emotional was at your wedding. And I was at your wedding. And Donnie opened the door of my hotel room. He just started crying because you're so in love with Jenny. And that was 10 years ago.
Can you believe it?
You're celebrating your 10 years,
10 years.
of marriage.
Isn't that amazing? I know, it went by like that.
Really
it really went by so quickly.
10 years of marriage. And I remember, so now it's been 10 years, because I remember when y'all got married, you stopped the reception, y'all went and had sex, and y'all, when I tell you these two, I was like, where you going? Jenny was like, I'm going to jump his bones. They left the reception. Okay, so now, is it still hot and heavy?
We actually
Don't let the eyelashes fool you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We did renew our vows at the same place. At the same place, and it was beautiful, and he had roses, and our minister was there. Yeah. But instead of going to the garden, and we went across the street and had Mexican food. At this age, though, we did it before we went out. Because you're
just tired.
Totally.
We're a married couple now. We're in the early days, it was like, the first night she was gonna be on The View, we were up till 3 in the morning getting it in. And I was like, you gotta work. It's your first day with Barbara and Whoopi and Sherri. She was like, no, we're good. Now
it wasn't even before she came to The View. Every time I went to Jenny's dressing room, y'all was in the View dressing room doing it. All the time. On The View.
That's why when they were like, how do you feel about this topic on The View? I'd be like, huh? Because we were up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning.
It's still hot and heavy now. We just go to bed around 9 o'clock.
About 9 o'clock. I just want to say this because traditional gift for a 10th year anniversary is 10. So I stayed up all night and I made this a tinfoil sculpture for you. All night I was working on it. This is Donnie and Jenny making out. Right here, that's the tin.
This is amazing.
And Jenny, I love you, but I gave extra special attention to Donnie's booty.
His
right over here.
This is incredible.
Before,
We're gonna do this forever.
Because before Donnie married you, I'm a blockhead. I had a crush on Donnie.
I know.
Like, so I'm glad that he married you, but I still love his booty. So I just...
You and about 40 other million people.
Now, y'all, last time Jenny was here, I made her hop like a kangaroo. So up next, we're gonna have Jenny jumping in a whole new way. Don't miss it. You say that women saved mankind during the pandemic lockdown.
Of course.
We did.
Single dudes were in trouble.
Yeah.
Because ladies, you stock up. You go to the Costco's and the Walmarts. You got all that stuff. Single dudes open their cabinet and like, you know what? I'm about to die. Because they closed the restaurants those first couple of weeks. The only problem women had during the whole lockdown was they closed the hair salons.
Yeah.
Right? Now, women were snapping. They like, how the hell is the liquor store open but the hair salon closed? Hairstylists are essential workers. Y'all was sneaking out, having a little secret Underground Railroad hair appointments. Going down to the salon, is she in there? The stylist just said, go round back. You trying to get me shut down, you go round back. Cause my wife's a hairstylist, so I know they were calling the house, girl, can you help me? She was, I'm retired.
Okay. They tell me that you are attracted to a more mature woman.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I like the older moms, because older moms always say sexy stuff, you know? Yeah, they're like, my kid just moved out. Like, okay. Is the PlayStation still in the room? Now, I'm in the grocery store. I saw this older mom, incredible. She was holding up the line, right? Yeah, writing a check, you know? And everyone else got out the line, but I stuck it out, you know?
You did?
Yeah. The cashier, I think he was early 20s. He looked so confused, you know? I was watching it, you know? She was like, you got a pen? He was like, for writing? Yeah. She had a checkbook, and I ain't seen a checkbook in years, you know? It was laminated. While she was writing, she had to hold her arm on the top of the flap. Because I guess if you move your arm, it just comes back, you know?
It does.
And I was like, why is this turning me on, man? And then the cashier, he starts looking at me for help. I'm like, bro, I can't help you. I'm working on her. Because that's what I do when I'm in line. I socialize, helps the time pass, you know? So I tried something, you know? I was like, you know, ma'am, if you need a handout with your groceries, I can help you outside. She was feeling it. She didn't let me help her, but I could tell she was into it. She was, yeah, she was like, sweetie, it's okay. I only have prunes. I was like,
You're currently on your Issa True.
It's a
true comedy tour. Now, where'd you get that name from?
My mom. She's Korean. They're the most blunt people in the world. My mom she don't even say people's names, she describes them now.
Really?
Oh, that's an Asian thing. So she saw one of my friends, she calls me up and goes, I saw your friend. I go, which one? She goes, fat boy, small feet. I go, Mom, that's me. And she goes, why? It's a true.
Now, you say that black people and white people don't stress about the same thing.
No. My white brothers and sisters, I love my white brothers and sisters, but y'all stress about stuff we don't stress about, like bills. Like, if we ain't got it, I mean, we don't got it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not finna stress over something I ain't got.
Okay.
Like certain bills ain't even real to black people. Like a student loan, what's that? We were students when we got that money. I'm grown now.
Okay.
They be like, what about the interest? I be like, I'm not even interested in that.
Okay.
I ain't stuck no student loans. Like a hospital bill. What's that? I ain't sick no more. when I go to the emergency room, if you ain't catch me by the exit door, you missed your opportunity. Stop wasting paper. Send the bills in the mail. Go green. Save the trees.
Okay. Watching Private Eye Jenny on The Masked Singer, and you got a Footloose episode
we do tomorrow.
on The Masked Singer, is making her do ridiculous things on my show. Okay, so Jenny is the type of friend who says she's always up for anything. Last time she was here, we raced each other wearing kangaroo shoes, all right? So this time, I'm taking Jumpin' Jenny to the next level. You still up for anything, girl?
You guys make me bounce more than the Playboy Mansion made me bounce. I swear to God.
Well, that's a compliment right there. Okay, so we all know that the classic Halloween game, Bobbing for Apples. We know that one. But today, Jenny and I are gonna play Bouncing for Apples.
I love it.
Okay, so here's how it works.
Okay.
Go get on yours right here.
Okay.
Pick up your apples, Jenny.
Okay.
And first we're gonna step on our trampolines, which we did. Now, as we're bouncing, we are gonna take turns throwing apples at Donnie Wahlberg.
Yes!
All right. So each apple that Donnie catches is worth a point. And whoever gets the most points in 30 seconds wins. Okay, so I'm up first, because I just want to
Come on, Sherri.
throw some apples at Donnie. All right, Donnie, are you all right? Okay, oh, I got to bounce. Okay, put it. Okay, let's go.
Oh my God, she's good at it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right, Donnie. All right, I think I'm in. Don't waste your apples, Jenny. Oh, I'm sorry, Donnie. Oh my God. All right, I'm getting apples in Donnie's basket. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I got it. I'm so excited. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know how many that is. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I got.
You're unbeatable.
Okay, girl, because I love my
God.
Donnie Wahlberg. All right. So, Jenny, I got 19 points. It's your turn.
You got it.
Donnie, dump the apples. You did it. Reset the clock. Jenny!
A bunch at you.
No, you got 21 points. You got it.
What?
I missed one of her apples, she would have killed me.
She would have killed you. So I want to say, Jenny and Donnie, thank you for being here. I'm too tired. Read it.
The Masked Singer airs Wednesday on Fox and streams next day on Hulu.
And you got a Footloose episode on The Masked Singer.
That's right.
All right. Keep going. Read it, Donnie.
For more info on the New Kids on the Block Right Stuff Vegas residency, go to SherriShowTV.com.
And up next, we're in my laugh lounge with the very funny Tacarra Williams. Keep it right here. Sherri will be right back.